Good morning. It's Monday. New week, new vlog. I wanted to get this vlog started because it is Monday and I didn't turn the camera on yesterday because it's Sunday and we have kids still. If you haven't noticed, I'll never show their faces and I'll never say their names, and I'll edit out whenever they see each other's names. But yeah, so I wanted to at least get this vlog started. We have kind of a lot this week going on just with like school and, you know, stuff. So I don't really know, but it's like not, that's the thing about like Rona and virtual school. It's like you're busy, but it's not stuff you could show. You know what I mean? I hit my 500th ride on Peloton last week and I forgot to vlog it. So I thought I'd tell you now, just because I forgot to tell you then. Which is really exciting because I got a shout out and that was like, made me really happy. Updates. I don't really actually have a lot of positive updates. It's not really like mopey. It's just like nothing's really, like my graphic designer had some like personal stuff happen, so she's not going to be able to do what I had hired her to do. So I'm in the process of getting my money back on that. And I don't know what I'm going to do now in terms of that. I guess I'm just going to learn it myself because I feel like this is my third time with designers and I just, for whatever reason, it hasn't worked out and it's just been like, I don't know. So I guess I'm just gonna learn it myself and just that way just control it. The good news is everything's come up in the garden and with any luck, in a couple of weeks, the frost season will be done. Like the threat of frost will be over with and I can get the spring garden in, which will be super exciting. I am gonna be ordering soil this week, which thrills me. If you hear that fan in the background, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna just like mic up in here now or what. It's just the fact that like, I feel like every time you solve a problem, you create another one in here and it's like so annoying, but at the same time, like it's progress. It's just weird. So if you hear that, I apologize. I said this in the other one that I just talked through and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And it's not like Jeremy's working, so it's not like I can go down and be like, hey, can you know what I mean? And I can't even reach that damn thing. It's one of those things like at the Forever House when I've got a designated studio area and it's like large and spacious and it's a whole thing. It's like purpose built. It'll be totally different because we'll literally have everything troubleshot. Is that how you say that? So yeah, so we'll see what this week has in store, but I want to at least get it started. Get the ball rolling. But yeah, let me know how y'all's month's going. What's up with you? Any like wins, any positive things, or is it all just kind of the same as last year so far because of, you know, Rona? Yeah, but I at least wanted to come up and turn this thing on and say hi and get this week's vlog started and kicked off. And yeah, so let's go. trying out like a new makeup thing because I'm trying to play around with makeup, A, in general, and B, for my lighting. And it's hysterical, the iterations that you like explore. I have so much, like, it cracks me up how intense some of this is. So I gotta warm up this part of my face because it's like a little intense. It's a little pale for me. Not really what it is. Little pale. That makes a huge difference, doesn't it? I have hair in my mouth. Here we go. Yeah, huge difference. Okay, so real quick. Today I am planting my spring garden. So I'm gonna do a whole video on it. You're gonna see it next week. Well, really this week by the time this video goes up. But I wanted to just touch on that. So if you are interested in seeing, oh, let me preface, sorry, my spring cut flower garden, not the whole thing. But I'm planting a whole bunch of stuff today. I think there's like 10 things that I'm putting in the ground today. So right now I've got my corms soaking, which are like the seeds for the ranunculus and the anemones. They have to soak for 3 to 4 hours. So I've got that going right now, and I'm getting ready, and then I gotta go pick up Adelaide's meds, and I gotta go pick up soil. And then we're gonna get the ground, we're gonna get it going. I'm so excited. And then, what was the other thing to tell you? I've got a whole video coming on that. Oh, and I'm starting, so I took a month off Instagram, and I didn't tell anybody because I'm not one of those people that like needs to announce that I'm not gonna be around. Unless I'm like, you know, responsible for you in some way. But I'm going to take a lot more of an effort on Instagram. So I'm going to have all that kind of stuff on stories. If you want more of like a real time, what's going on, I'd highly recommend you go there. I'll have like a garden highlight on my, I've already kind of had one, but I'm just going to put more of an effort into it. So if you are interested in like anything in particular on the daily, probably want to check my Instagram for that, especially my stories. But yeah, I'm making more of an effort on that kind of stuff in general now that we're kind of through that month. There's just way too much coming at me at once. And the other thing, like I had my like moment on Wednesday and I feel so much better. I took yesterday off. I think I took the full morning off and just like laid in bed, which is something I just don't do. But I just needed it so bad. And I feel so much better. I planned out the pantry reorg, which is happening in February. And I got the ball rolling on that, which I feel great about. Ordered some stuff for our bathroom, which I feel really great about. Just like, just things to make it look a little nicer while we're still here, depending on how long we're gonna be here. I don't want to tackle anything huge until we know what's happening, because I don't want to like buy furniture or something and then we move, right? So I'm gonna do the pantry and then we'll go from there. What was the other thing I did yesterday? I did some other things yesterday, but I just feel so good. I meant to film, oh, here we go. I meant to film a video. Let me rephrase that. I totally filmed the video for this past Thursday. Filmed it 3 times, in fact, and it just wasn't working. It just, for any number of reasons, it just wasn't happening. So I just scrapped it, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And I was just in general like at my limit, and I was so maxed out, and I'm so tired and so exhausted and so frustrated that I just couldn't take it. So I skipped my Thursday upload, but it was going to be my January goals recap video. So if you're interested in, this goes up Sunday. Okay, cool. Okay, so if you're interested in my actual January goals recap, let me know like on Sunday. If you watch that within like 24 hours of it going up, let me know and I'll film it on Monday and get it up for you. And just do like a pairing video of January goals, and then, or I could just put it into my Feb goals setting. I don't really know if I don't know if I like the idea of pairing them in the same video. I don't mind uploading twice though. But just let me know. Let me know how invested you are in it. I can tell you where I started the month at versus where I ended it isn't necessarily where I thought it was gonna be, but I'm super, super proud of myself. So I'm definitely proud of like what I accomplished in January, especially considering like the whole back half of the month wasn't in my favor. Like that month, January threw me for a loop, like out the gate, which is such a universe like test, right? Where it's just like, oh, you think you got plans, bitch? Let me show you. So yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch base, let y'all know what's going on, what's on the horizon, where to go for what, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And now I'm gonna go. I've got my hair up in a ponytail because I'm gonna be outside for a few hours. And you know, I need it out of my face. I gotta wash it tomorrow because it's looking a little cray-cray. But yeah, so anyway, I'm in such a better mood than I was the other day, which is just, I hate feeling like that. It's such a, it's that kind of feeling that like because it came from everywhere, that I was like, I'm gonna burn everything down to the ground. Like, I don't need any of this. I'm not a bad person. I don't deserve this. I didn't do anything. It's the kind of shit that makes you wonder if you were a serial killer in a former life, because it's like, what did I do to deserve this? But yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to like touch base and let y'all know what's going on. And now I'm gonna go get some more stuff done. I had a really productive day so far. It's like noon, so I'm crushing it. Is that right? Yeah. So I got like my corn's been soaking for 1 hour and 40 minutes. This should soak for 3 to 4 hours, so we're doing great. We're doing great. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I just finished, oh, here we go. There we go. Hello. Hello. I just finished gardening. I just finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well over 15. I did over 15 things today, which is super exciting. I thought I was gonna do 10. But yeah, so everything's done. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gross, but I love it. So excited. Good morning. So happy, what is it, Saturday? Happy Saturday, y'all. This concludes another weekly vlog with a garden tour, and I have a whole lot to show you. So, these are my Catskill Brussels sprouts, and look. Do you see that? You see my little baby sprouts? They're coming up. I got them. I'm so excited. I was on the phone with my mom and I saw it and I was like, oh my God. And then I was FaceTiming her too, so we both like freaked out together. I just harvested a whole bunch of kale, but it still looks insane, right? If you really, I say this every week, but if you really need just like a greens performer, that's a blue curled Scotch kale variety. It's great. This, if you can't tell, has been very active this week. I've got everything's coming up. So this kind of buy sprout sort of situation. This is the strawberry blonde calendula, and I've rimmed the whole bed with it so you can see it the whole way, which is really exciting. I did this for for companion planting, but it's also just really helpful to attract pollinators, you know, to come actually get my greens up. So this little kind of little heart leaves, these are Batavian full heart endive. And then this one here is the purple of Sicily cauliflower. Look how like I just cannot get over it, just how beautiful these little babies are. It's stunning. And then this one, I've got Grand Rapids lettuce coming up. You can see it's coming up. We're getting there. This is just like, this is loving whatever climate I'm in right now. This is the green mozzarella cauliflower, yeah. And then I've got some purple, which I think has been kind of pushed over by water. This is the Benihushi Mizuna, which is like a green, but it's a purple variety. And look at these little leaves. I mean, right? So cool. So I just fertilized everything yesterday because yesterday I did my first round of spring garden installation. So that's what we're looking like right now. Oh, and this variety here, if you're new here, if you are not, I'm so sorry if I repeat myself a million times. But if you, oh, look at that, how pretty. This here is the Catskill Brussels sprout. Okay. And the leaves are like so hard. They're the kind of leaves that you could like make a sandwich out of. You know what I mean? Like a real wrap. Like it's really solid. I gutted all of this. Y'all obviously saw that already, but what I did here was I planted yesterday. You'll see this video coming. I think I already said this to you. You'll see this video coming up this week, but I planted my first round of cut flowers, like my spring cut flower garden. So this now has marshmallow and Juliet ranunculus, a pastel anemone mix, 2 different kinds of a rock, it's a caramel apple and a ruby gold, in this bed here. That's my sun bed. And then over here, I just planted, oh God, I gotta get my bearings. What did I plant? Ladybird rose nasturtium and corn salad. God, I hope the corn salad takes off because I love, it's also called mache. I love corn salad. I'm so excited. This here is what is this called? Zloty Lan chamomile. So I think I did like just this little bit, sorry, this little bit in it. And then I've got dragon tongue beans here, and I've got Blauhild. I don't speak German. I always pronounce it like with a French accent. Blauhild, B-L-A-U-H-I-L-D-E beans. They're purple. So those are there. And then here I've got some Ellesmere King sized pansies that I've rimmed, and I haven't sown anything directly in here yet because I'm going to put tomatoes in here the second I can get away with it. So I just went ahead and prepped the beds, and like literally the second I can, which I think is just in a couple of weeks, I'm doing it. I think my kale is going to get pulled out here shortly too. I know it's the end of January, but it warms up pretty quick and I don't want it to get bitter. So I think it's going to wind up getting pulled in a month, and I'll wind up putting melons and tomatoes and peppers and whatever else in there. Okay. So then if you all remember the zinnias I had here, I had a blend of stuff here. I've put a whole bunch of stuff in here. So I got no clue what this tiny little patch is going to look like. But it's one of those things where it's like small, but when you plant, you're like, wow, I could really stock this, right? I put Avalanche Supreme stock, which is really beautiful and white. Put that in the back. I put pink peony bread seed poppies here. I put the Madame Butterfly Peaches and Cream Snapdragons here. And then I put more Auroch and Caramel Apple Auroch here. So that's what's going to be there for spring. Mike, here's what I'm thinking. Over here, if y'all remember, if you're new here, in my corner I've got blackberries and I've got grapes in the bed, but they're Concord grapes and they don't really ever, I didn't plant them, and so they're just not planted in the right spot. Anyway, so I don't really do anything there, but I do have a trellis that I gotta move. So I have, where that trellis is, I have tomatoes and I have peppers. I'm gonna move those bags. I'm gonna put a melon bag there. This here, I had melons in, and then I had rainbow bell peppers next to it. I'm gonna dump that out. I'm gonna put melons there as well. So I've got 4 trellises total. All of those trellises for summer will be for melons. I have a ton of melon varieties, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know if we're gonna be staying here. So I'm gonna wait on that. But believe me, I'm at least gonna grow something, I promise. In this middle though, if y'all remember, this is where the beast was, that big thing that I wound up being allergic to. It took up this whole like swath. So I'm gonna wind up covering that whole thing down with soil and compost, and I'm gonna start seeding. I've gotta like kind of go through and like really, you know what I mean? Like the iterations of killing that thing, because it's like, I'm allergic to it, so I gotta get rid of it. But it's hardy as all hell, so I gotta figure that out. But yeah, and then I had poppies here that just did not do well, and I don't know why. I mean, I'll show you. This thing here, I planted all of these. So like this guy, these are all poppies that I planted. So I'm not really entirely certain what happened. But they're not what, granted, they're not from suppliers that I'm using anymore, just because it was last year and all the seed shortages. So I was just literally like Etsy, if they had it, I was buying it. I'm obviously not doing that because look at what happened. But it is pretty. It's just not what I planted. You know what I mean? So if we wind up staying, I'll do some real damage, or not damage, but I'll do some real changes, and I'm just gonna gut this whole thing out and make it even bigger in terms of what I can do, because I still have some seeds for flowers that I can plant. I still have kind of a lot, actually. I've got a ton of zinnias, I've got a carnation mix, I've got some other stuff. I could do a lot, but I'm way more worried about, like, you know, are we going to be here? So once I know that, then I'll make my decisions. But I'm going to wind up probably moving my trellises to where they're all, I don't actually know entirely what I'm doing, but I know this is all going to look a lot different. I want to play to this. I picked like the grayest day ever to talk about this, which is so funny. But I want to really play to the sun. So this all gets great sun, right? Like great sun. So I really want to embrace that and plant accordingly. And then over here where this tree is, that's like my shade bed. That gets a ton of shade, to the point where like my flowers that I thought were getting enough sun got real leggy to reach out underneath the tree. So now that I know that, I have to gut this bed out. But now that I know that, I can make that a shade bed and actually kind of play with things that do well in the shade, which I didn't even think I had any real shade in the garden at all this time last year. So that was a huge lesson that I learned, and one I'm really, really, really excited about. So I can really kind of like, I don't think I could get away with a hosta, but I think I could get away with some other stuff. But yeah, so with any luck, I will have some, they're saying like 3 months till I have flowers, but I'll have some growth pretty soon, because that's fresh soil, fresh compost, all that stuff over there is fresh soil and compost, and I fertilize those beds over there. So we're doing awesome. And then all this I top fresh soiled and fresh compost. So we're good. And then yeah, so it was a really busy, productive day yesterday, but I feel amazing about it. And I cannot wait to get back out here about another month and do my next round. I cannot wait to use these bags again, because I just have like, I'm gonna wind up having, I just have this gut feeling I'm gonna wind up having a lot of food in the bags, just because I have so many seeds for food. But it's so fun, and I've got 5 people. I'm doing a little, if y'all saw my garden goals for this year video, I wanted to do a little CSA, and so I've got like 7 families, friends, and you know, like neighbors and friends and whatnot, that are in. So I'm really excited, because I just have people to feed now. Like my family can't eat 12 varieties of melons, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be really fun to be able to pull them off and get feedback and see what does well. And it's just fun for me as I show you this carcass of a tomato. But yeah, so my little markers, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. It's so funny because this looks so bad, but at the same time I'm like, just wait, because the second we're out of like 40s, everything's going in. Cannot wait. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.